Mercedes are on a bit of a roll, which all started with the launch of the new S-Class flagship this year. Behind me is the all-new C-Class, and as you can see, it takes more than a few cues from the brand's flagship. It's going to be bigger, more luxurious and more high-tech than ever before, and we're here in a photographic studio in Germany to take you through all the details of this new 3 Series rival.
Longer, wider and taller than before, the new C-Class has a much bolder stance than its predecessor. The bonnet is much higher than before too, and it's dominated by the oversized LED headlights which will be standard on all UK cars. It also tapers towards the rear, giving it a sleek aerodynamic profile that helps with fuel economy. Strong crease lines are meant to increase its sporty character even further, and half the body structure is now made from aluminium, which means it's 100 kilos lighter too.
The particular C-Class that we've got here is actually the AMG Sport version. That gets this aggressive 2-bar grille, which is the only one we'll take in the UK, the chrome front splitter and these bigger air intakes. But the engines are the really interesting part. At launch there's going to be one diesel, the C220 BlueTEC, and 2 petrols, the C180 and C200. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. There's also going to be a new small capacity 1.6 litre diesel. That's actually been developed by Renault but heavily modified by Mercedes and should give the C-Class class-leading CO2 emissions. There's also going to be a range of engines all brought in from the E-Class range, including a hybrid petrol and diesel, a plug-in hybrid and also a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 AMG Sport model, most of which we'll see next year. The elegant exterior design might have taken a few steps forward when it comes to aerodynamics and being more sporty, but the interior is a real quantum leap over the old car. The sheer quality of materials, this minimalist layout, and the gorgeous details really do ooze quality. It's all drawing on what the S-Class started, and it's really, really impressive. It's also bristling with all the latest technology that Mercedes can bring to bear. There's a TFT screen in between the dials, this big tablet-style display, and a great innovation is this new trackpad. It's almost like the mouse that you get in the S-Class, but you can use gesture controls, just like with a smartphone, to control the menus here. With the sat-nav, you can zoom in by pinching and scrolling and changing around. You can also trace different letters on it. It's really, really intuitive, very natural to use, and it's a fantastic addition.
Amazing as the new interior is though, Mercedes also claims that this will be the best C-Class to drive. A new 4-link front suspension system borrowed from the S-Class, new variable electric power steering and 2 new manual gearboxes, plus the option of 4-wheel drive for the first time, should all help it take on the BMW 3 Series on a winding road. Another first for this class is air suspension. It's a similar system to that on the E-Class, but it should make the C-Class incredibly comfortable, and it will also allow the driver to tailor the C-Class to his own personal tastes, with 5 different modes to choose from.
As I said before, the new C-Class is 80mm longer between the wheels than the old car and 95mm longer overall, and you really do feel that difference in the back. There's a lot more legroom than you used to got, and headroom is decent as well. And the shape of the rear window means that you feel like you've got more space and light coming into the cabin, which makes a big difference. There's plenty of room for my knees and my head, as you can see, although because of the high transmission tunnel, getting 3 across the back might be a bit of a squeeze. However, overall, the C-Class is going to be a lot easier to carry a passenger in than the old one was.
Mercedes has made a lot of big claims about its new C-Class. It's not only bigger than before, but it's also going to be the most refined, comfortable and efficient car in its class. If it can deliver on even half of those promises, then it will be really impressive and more than a match for the BMW 3 Series and new Audi A4. We won't have to wait long to find out either, with a global debut planned for January at the Detroit Motor Show and a dynamic launch to follow in February.